Okay, today is December 3rd, 2024, Tuesday, and we are going to be reviewing the Euro dollar 15-minute time frame and what happened today. We're going to start on the currency pair on the economic calendar here. I'm sorry for at the Forex Factory. As you can see today, we only had one red folder news, and that was the manufacturing PMI, which is a key economic indicator that measures the performance of the manufacturing sector. And as you can see, the forecast was 47.7, which essentially means that if the data would have come above the 47.7, that would have been seen as a bullish for the euro dollar because it shows the strength in manufacturing sector. And if the actual data would have come below 47.7, that would have, I think, signify a bearish, suggesting that there's a contraction in the manufacturing sector. But as you can see, the data came 48.4. Yeah, so this would have meant bullish for the euro dollar or DXY. So I usually don't, this data usually don't matter much to me because I don't trade news at all. But the reason why I do look for news is because I avoid the time right before the news release. So I usually come to my charts and put a line over there so that I can remember that when price or when time comes close to that moment, I need to be out of the trade. If I'm holding a trade, I need to be out of it. So usually before the news release, I'll have that line over there. So yeah, the news was at 10 a.m. So let's start with the London session. By the way, there was no trade today. Yes, price did move, but it did not move in a way that I could get any of my entries on price today. So I didn't take any trades. I didn't take any trade on London session. I didn't take any trade on New York session. So on London session, as you can see, I already had drawn the previous day low, Friday low, and Friday high, and also I had the previous week high over here and the previous week low down here. So as we are coming to the the London session, I'm sorry, you can see that we took out this high over here, broke down, and took out this sell side liquidity down here, leaving this area of imbalance. And then as we're coming into the London Open right here, my idea was to sit and wait and see how price will react off of this imbalance and probably off of this order block over there. These were the levels that were on my chart before London Open. I did not anticipate this. I was pretty bearish from any level between this fair value gap and this order block. I was expecting to see price to continue to move to the downside. And as you can see, we did not get that. Instead, we went all the way up and we took out this buy side liquidity. And then only after taking out this buy side liquidity, we made this change in the state of delivery down here, leaving this small fair value gap, and we continue to move to the downside. Now, previously, I would take a trade right there. Like I would put my trade here. Let me use this. I would put my trade like this straight away, right? Aiming for 1 to 3. Or I would place my trade here on this order block. Again, aiming for 1 to 3. And if I would have been trading like this would have definitely been a loss. And that is the reason why nowadays I do prefer to wait for a confirmation. So what that means is I was waiting to see price take any of these 2 points of interest, and then I wanted to see a market structure shift or a change in the state of delivery, pushing price down. But as you can see, we didn't get any of that. Instead, when we reached this fair value gap over there, we left this imbalance of which we retraced it before we went all the way up to take out this buy side liquidity. Now, after taking out this buy side liquidity, we are seeing this market structure shift or change in the state delivery. So I was waiting to see something like this happening over there or over there, but I didn't get it. Yeah, so this move again happened. So now coming to the New York session, my bias was still bearish. Reason being, we have already taken this buy side liquidity. We also took out this sell side liquidity, or as it stands right now, market structure shift. So after sweeping that buy side liquidity, we came all the way down with momentum and took out this sell side liquidity, market structure shift. This for me is a bearish signal, indicating that the market is more willing to push price to the downside. So again, from here, what I was waiting for was this news trade after this news event. But assuming that there was no news event, what would I have been looking for? This is exactly what I would have been looking for. So from here, I would have liked to see something like this. I would have preferred a sweep of these lows, right? And then bounce off of this fair value gap here, retrace a little bit lower, extend higher into this opening of the opening of this candle over here, the order block, which also coincide with the opening price, right? And then see this change of state of delivery or market structure shift to continue to push price to the downside. This is what I would have been waiting for. So this is indeed a signal showing that price is willing to go down, but again, there's nothing restricting price to just continue to push to the upside. But now, seeing something like this, right? Seeing something like this for me now gives more reason or more depth to the notion of why price is more likely to push to the downside. So this is what I would have been looking for if we didn't have this news event. But now, because we had this news event, I was not looking for anything. I was just sitting and waiting. And after the news event, as you can see, we swept these lows, right? And we had this huge candle to the upside. But I was not comfortable to take any trade because, again, I felt like time is already gone, right? Even if I'm gonna be trading, I'll be looking for a trade on this order block over here. Or this order block over there, of which again it would have been out of my trading session. Now, looking at the chart right now, it's 4:21 p.m. That's New York time frame. On my actual time zone, it's pretty late right now. It's way past midnight. So that's why trading this price action, it's very difficult for me. So yeah, that's the review for today. There was no trade, even though we had this price action over there. I was not given any entry, so I didn't take any trades. So yeah, that's it for today.